delighted to open up startup session, and here already with me on bridge and ready to go to present Baermed startup from Switzerland, in charge with Professor Baermed. And the stage will take with explanation and presentation Dr. Karin van Zuilen. She is the concept and strategy head at SSP.
Thank you so much, Anastasia. Hello, everyone. I'm going to talk with you about Baermed and their therapy for liver cirrhosis. But let me start by asking you a question. Who of you in the audience knows somebody with liver disease or liver cirrhosis? I assume too many. And who of you should be afraid of liver cirrhosis? 2 out of 100 of us should. You can have it without noticing anything. So in this slide, you can see that the fact that you don't notice anything at the start, you call it asymptomatic liver cirrhosis. And once you notice it, it's most of the time already in a very late stage, and it's already too late. You feel tired, confused, and may experience bruising and swelling, and even yellowing and bleeding. And this process could take 10 years, and eventually all patients will die. Some people think that you only get it by excessive use of alcohol, but most of the cases are currently caused by hepatitis B and C. Also, fatty liver becomes a more important cause. So each of us could get it. And this will have really a dramatic impact on our lives. It means that you will be too tired and weak to work or to socialize, and your quality of life will drastically decline. I would like to introduce you to Professor Baer. You've already heard him in the beginning of this session, but you will also see him in the next slide. Yes, thank you. So Professor Baer is the founder of Baermed, and he's an outstanding abdominal surgeon and researcher. He saw many of these patients with liver cirrhosis and felt so frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything for them. He just saw them deteriorating and then dying. And he knew that the only thing that can really be done to make them feel better is to get a liver transplant. And we probably all know that there aren't so many available. Worldwide, only 30,000 livers per year are available. And also, you need to meet very strict criteria. So what if there would be an option for you or your family or the other 160 million patients to live a better life, to feel much better and even be able to go to work and to have a good time with your family and friends? This is what Professor Baer may invest millions of US dollars. And he spent more than 10 years in his research to find a solution. And this is why the Hepadua technology has been developed. You see it in the next touch of the slide. So the Hepadua technology, and I often call it mini livers, what is it? It is a very simple, short, and safe procedure where a small part of patients' own liver tissue is taken away during a very, relatively simple operation. Then this tissue is brought to a specialized lab, and there the magic really happens. So the extraction of the healthy cells and the seeding on a unique patented matrix. And now several of these matrices are put back in the patient's body. Not in the liver, but in the well-perfused abdominal cavity. And then it starts functioning as a sort of mini liver. And what makes this so special? Well, what makes it so special is that really a large number of hepatocytes, so the liver cells, can be put into the body. And this is because of the advanced extraction and the advanced seeding process. And of course, because of the unique matrix. This is a patented system. With no other method, even with stem cells, this has been achieved yet. The next picture shows that there are many potential long-term benefits. But where we focus right now with the Hepadua, so the mini livers, is to show the improved quality of life, so that patients feel much better and are able to participate in society and can even work again. So the lives of hundreds of thousands of patients can be enhanced. And the good thing is that Hepadua uses patients' own liver cells. So these will be easily accepted by the body, which means that lifelong therapy with immunosuppressants is not necessary. And also the cost of this treatment are very acceptable. You see that the first matrix was implanted by Professor Baermed in 2005. And feasibility, meanwhile, was proven in clinical trials in Germany and in Indonesia. And both trials showed the improved quality of life of patients. And last year, a clinical phase 2 trial has started to further prove the enhanced quality of life and also to support the registration. So let's now take a look at the business side. It is clear that many patients are suffering from liver cirrhosis. Like I said before, 160 million in total. And in our forecast, we calculated with a market of only 1%. I say like only 1% of the total number of patients. So what we took into account is the eligibility for Hepadua, and that only a certain percentage of patients per country can afford it. And this would mean that we are still talking about a market of 1.8 million patients. 1.8 million patients. And most of these patients are in China, Europe, US, and Japan. However, Southeast Asia still has such an enormous potential of 300,000 patients. And for example, the Middle East of 130,000 patients. In our forecast, we took an average of 9% market share. Of this 1%, right? So really, really very conservative after 9 years. And that results in an estimate of $574 million revenues for Baermed. And Baermed is the one selling the matrix. So just selling the matrix, including the transfer of knowledge. So the good thing is that also the lab owner, the distributor, and the hospital will have a large amount of income from this procedure. What you see in the graph is that $160 million are coming from Southeast Asia and Middle East, and $150 million are made in Europe. And the next slide shows that introduction is planned in 3 stages. First, establish the treatment in the home countries. These are Malaysia, Singapore, and Indonesia. And meanwhile, find a strong partner for the rest of Asia and the Middle East, and also separately for China and Japan. So right now we are looking for investors in Baermed, so they can support in finalizing the trial that is going on, setting up the business in Indonesia, Singapore, and Malaysia, and then rolling it out to the other parts of the world. Altogether, we offer $21 million for 30% of shares. There are also other options that can be discussed, like a smaller ticket size for regional investment or milestone payments. So if you are interested to further evaluate this opportunity, please contact Strategic Swiss Partners. So here you see the contact details. And we, as Baermed, we cannot wait to make this treatment available to as many patients as possible. Thank you very much for this opportunity to present this fantastic new innovation.
Thank you, Dr. Karin. We are glad to have you, and thank you for sharing the journey of yours and your team, and of course, under patronage of Professor Baermed.